Hey everybody, welcome to Notice Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some Gundam Double O. Where last time, what the hell happened last time? I think they broke out the big Gundam, didn't they?
Um, we did the fall from orbit thing. Um, I think we were. Did we end the episode on a fight?
Uh, I think we were actually in the middle of a fight. Or about to start a
I would
fight.
really hate it if the viewers thought that we were watching these back to back. Because you keep throwing out the starfish memory shit. So,
Mhm.
that they think we actually just got into like a 50 versus states sort of accident where our short term memory is completely gone. Well, that was
It's
long-term memory,
entirely
wasn't it?
possible.
No, I guess inside baseball, we do these things every 2 weeks. So, two recordings across 2 weeks. So,
Mhm.
if we forget, it's because there's a 2 week space between the last time we watched the show. Which is why I sometimes do these little, hey, here's a bunch of notes and about things that we should actually know about. So,
Mhm.
our little reminders back into things.
Right, so we do need something to give us a kick back into where we were.
Well,
But
Seven
yeah, no.
Swords was the name of the last episode. That's up here.
Which was the name of the new Gundam that they were sending out against the
But
heroes
it's not
here.
a Gundam for one thing. Also, that means that the episode I was referring to previously was the one before it. Seven Swords was not the episode where the thing almost fell from orbit, because that
You know
one.
what? Let's check the episode guide.
Well, again, you can, I can't. Not from where
The
I'm at.
Gundam Meisters defeat the Morlian army, despite an earlier attempt by Setsuna to confirm if Ali was the AEU inact prototype recently fought. Their actions force the Morelian army to surrender to the Meisters at the previous state of emergency is declared, while Setsuna is reprimanded by Lock-On and Turia for placing all celestial being in danger by potentially exposing all of their identities. An unknown terrorist group simultaneously bombs various nations as a warning to celestial being, threatening more indiscriminate events unless the group disbands.
Okay, I
Oh, I'm sorry.
remember.
That was this episode. I'm sorry. Previous episode. Republic of
Wow,
Moralius.
spoilers! Fucking spoilers, Griff.
I was like,
Jesus
oh,
Christ.
yes, this is definitely the episode we're on. Episode 7.
I'm just thinking, God, I don't remember any terrorist groups. God damn it,
Congratulations, it's
Griff.
going to be
We can't
terrorists.
take that back. You just
All
told
right.
us, but. Oh, God, Griff.
7 swords then.
Ah,
The Republic of Morelia in southern France, present-day Principality of Monaco, and the members of the AEU has places military and joint exercises with French-led AEU forces, including Patrick Colasor, with more than 100 mobile suits. Marina heads to France to request humanitarian aid despite the incomplete status of the AEU's orbital elevator. Meanwhile, Celestial Beings Gundam Meisters disrupt the exercises, taking on both Morelian and AEU mobile suits. Setsuna is surprised when he takes on Ali Al Sanchez, a figure from his past, in a custom-made AEU Enact prototype.
you
So yeah,
know,
no, they were literally about to clash last time.
I was just thinking, oh, this is a real good idea. We should do this for every episode. And you immediately fucked it up.
Well, I got it ready for next episode too, so there's no worries.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, sure. I mean,
So,
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, now we remember all the business in France and they were setting up there. I'm just ready for some action, honestly.
I mean,
And
now I'm ready for
by
the
the sounds of
terrorists.
reading the episode transcript, there's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, terrorist organizations ready to, bomb and set up demands and shit.
Hey, that gets me excited. I know there's gonna be some complete craziness going on.
Yeah, maybe for the next time, don't read the episode that we're on.
No promises. But in addition to other things, we do have some comments today to read out. So let's see who we got here today. Log Hey Long. The Chonkitarian are usually from the Human Reformling. The ANF are from the Middle East, Flagger Union, and Actor AUG. Uh, yeah, they all have their different designs, and it's kind of cool. And I am still giggling at the fact that the US mobile suits are called flags. I will not get over that. It is still, honestly, the best ever. Second part of that comment, though. Yeah, the war not going to resolve anything is complicated. You see, the more that you watch. But since you guys are questioning now, people stopped in fear of the Gundams to show up the location, which of course doesn't solve anything. I really don't want a spoiler. Let's say it doesn't really stop anything, but triggers a hit in phase 2 to the overall plan Celestial being had no idea about. Uh, yeah, we're ignorant and wishful at this point of the show. The show wouldn't be liked if the show's message was literally "end war through force." Is all I can say at this point.
Wait. You just said, yeah, we're ignorant. Where the comment is, yes, celestial being, we're ignorant. We are not ignorant.
I'm sorry, I didn't know how to parse that into a phrase, so I just went straight to "we're."
There's no apostrophe in that.
God, does it look like I use apostrophes?
Yes.
Uh, but no, this is I think what we are highly suspecting, that there's definitely more to it because there's no way they can stick to this track. It's good that there is a secret hidden plan and the heroes are going to be hit by it, and hopefully that'll put them on a path of actually thinking about what they're doing. So that'll solve all of your problems, I think.
I've already been hit with a massive spoiler in the comment section as to what they're referring to, so I'm not going to. I have obviously not put it in this comment response, so you don't
Ah,
see it.
good. I get to say pure and clean.
I will say that misgivings that I've had about the show have been abated by that spoiler,
Woo.
so it's a good thing, but at the same time,
Mhm.
it is a spoiler, so, don't do
Okay.
that.
Well, I mean, that's good news, though. I like the idea that you're going to be enjoying the show more, for sure. Um, but it's definitely the aliens, right?
Well, I
Sorry,
mean,
I think that's just our running joke at this point. We've already solved that ages ago.
a commenter already told you that there were no aliens. At the same time, the wiki says that there are in the movie, so whatever.
I know. Should I go ahead and keep reading these, or you want to take one?
You go ahead. My voice has to
Okay.
survive 3 more recordings.
Comment by High Priest. Celestial Being's plan is only in this first stage. Expect the status quo of show up and end conflict for the first quarter of the show, and then the swerve comes. Hell yeah.
I
So
do
basically
love to
cover what we already
swerve.
knew there.
Yeah, well, commenters aren't responding to each other.
Hmm. Yeah, we're doing a swerve. You're not out of control, you're not in control. Adriano Bernandez says Celestial Being Gundam names are mostly based on angelic names. The more advanced, the higher angelic hierarchy, I guess. Which it was correctly guessed that they somewhat fundamentally extraterrestrial and truly celestial.
You threw me off when you said witch. They didn't. Okay, once again, I think it was correctly guessed. Which it was correctly guessed. I thought you were about to launch into your own comment when you said witch.
uh, Look, we don't do any takes. We do it once. We do it live. That's what.
Yeah, but I mean, look, there's no
Uh,
one holding a gun to your head saying if you don't read this in 5 minutes, you're dead.
Yeah. So Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans named a couple of Gundams after demons. So these, I guess, are named after angels. I guess maybe part of something we could do some point is go research the name, see what they're supposed to be, and see oh, I wonder if there's any connection. And there probably
Well,
isn't.
they're also from different religious spheres. IBO, we're
Oh yeah.
oh god, I don't know what you call Middle Eastern devils. Because there's different hierarchies to
Hmm.
Christian angels. Like you have Abrahamic, you have
Hmm.
Messianic. There's different hierarchies of angels in
Yeah,
within the
yeah.
Christian faith. I don't know what the ranking of devils in the Muslim faith is in terminology.
And that's where we're gonna go do some research. I'm going to pull out my Quran here.
Yeah, so hold on for that for 3 episodes.
All right. Wolf Saint says, Lock On is green, Alleluia is green, Alleluia is orange, Teria
Wait,
is
wait, wait.
purple.
Start over.
Alright. There's no punctuation, so I had to make it up on the
No, no,
fly.
I understand that, but you said Lock On is green. You said Hallelujah, and then you went back to is green, so you
I
just
had to.
merged them all together.
Okay. So, Lock On is green, Alleluia is orange, Teria is purple, Setsuna is blue. They usually wearing their colors somewhere on their outfits. It's also color of their pilot suits and Gundams.
Right. So I just wanted that first part because you said two people were green. Look, the thing that I always do is if they type it badly, I read it as typed. So,
Yeah. I should probably save that comment. That'll probably help me out a ton, really. Thanks, Wolfsy.
I mean, I won't remember people's names, so it'll turn into 24th Ward again.
But I
You
can
remember when
remember
Green,
colors.
yeah, so you remember Green said this? Well, I loved it when Red said that.
And our final comment for the moment, Trap Himawara. To be fair, people call James Bond officially as Agent 007, not 007. So can we really blame Gundam for using coin term of 00 instead of 0 when the West popularized that term? Also, 00 is a mouthful in my opinion. It sounds less cool than 00. Honestly, you're right, 00 does sound cooler.
It's one more syllable. Is that a mouthful? It's,
It's
it's,
less about syllables, it's more about accents and rhythm.
no, see, double O, double zero. It's one more syllable. It's not a mouthful, it's literally adding the Z.
Yeah, but that is what's the high point of a phrase? That's like an accent. That's where like you peak 0 and you go back down. But 00 is flat. And that's easier to roll out.
I don't know, I haven't had my jaw wired shut, so it's not a problem for me yet. Zero and O isn't a huge thing to me.
I think more the point is I don't think they actually say the name of the series at any point. So it could be anything until you just decide.
Well,
We're just
ostensibly,
reading it.
ostensibly they came up with double O from somewhere in the show. I mean, although you think about it, no one in IVO ever mentioned the fact that their blood was filled with iron, right?
I'm just imagining Mikazuki turning in the middle of someone else's conversation, like in the mess hall, and just going, "My blood is made of iron," and everyone just turns and looks and goes, "Mikazuki, what are you on?"
So yeah, it's funny because my first thought was like one of the bad guys saying, "Damn these kids, they're so iron-blooded." Just like no one mentions like the orphans thing comes up all the time, right?
Mhm.
So maybe, but no one ever says those goddamn iron-blooded orphans. So it's never like name dropped in the show. So
Right, right. It's just a title for the people watching.
on the other hand, like 8th MS team, they are the fucking 8th MS team. It's like it is who they are. Uh, Gundam Wing doesn't come in anywhere. No one ever. I don't know that the word wing has ever been said once in the show Gundam Wing.
The
Wing
hero's
Zero.
mech is the Wing Zero.
Yeah,
There
that
you
just occurred
go.
to me.
See, so it's actually just named after the title Gundam.
Yeah,
That's
but then
it.
why
Like,
isn't it?
okay, that makes sense.
Why isn't it Gundam Wing Zero then?
Eh.
G Gundam. Why is it just G? Does the G stand for
Because
something?
it stands for Gundam.
Gundam?
Yeah.
I don't think so. So I guess in naming conventions, Gundam 00 has more to do with G Gundam than anything else.
Probably.
I said in naming conventions. I'm not
Naming
I'm
conventions
not waiting
only.
for Tequila Gundam to show up.
Alright, so Theta. Are you ready for some G Gundam 00 Wing?
I actually really liked G Gundam, so
Then, let's go ahead and watch.
君たちがその身を神に捧げ、この聖戦に参加するためにやらなくては
Flashback time.
So in that massive spoiler that you gave us at the start of the episode, Griff, did
Huh.
did that indicate if the person he's about to fight in this episode was the guy from the Middle East like I thought it was last episode?
Yes, that was the spoiler at the very end of the episode.
Well, I just remember you.
Also, oh my gosh, that was dark.
I just
by the
remember
way.
that you thought that it wasn't him, and I thought it was.
We need you to join a holy war. Take this gun and kill your parents. Yeah, I think he's a little upset.
No, you see, the thing is this guy controlled a group of mercenary orphans, right?
Uh-huh.
So he needs to get his ass to Maz.
They're iron-blooded orphans now.
I would be, I guess, pleasantly surprised. I almost said upset. I would be pleasantly surprised someone in this show said iron-blooded orphans. And maybe that's how they've been naming Gundam series. We just take a
Just
quote.
waiting for, yeah, looking for taglines in other Gundam series. That's our new series.
The previous series names the next one. Although, I don't remember anyone in Iron-Blooded Orphans saying anything about a witch from Mercury.
Get your ass to Mercury.
Although, in that side series that they're coming up with, I don't know if they've released it yet, for Iron-Blooded Orphans, the one that takes place between Season 1 and Season 2, those people are from Venus, so...
Getting closer.
Yeah, but even Mercury and Witch from Mercury is barely inhabitable. So I don't know that Iron-Blooded Orphans, they have that kind of technology to live that close to the sun.
I still want my Gundam Terminator series.
Or where they send Gundams back in time.
Absolutely. Yes.
西暦2307年 3本の軌道エレベーターを中心とする
We've started 90% of every episode
人類は
with the space elevator.
供給を手に入れた
It's really cool, y'all.
それでも人類は争いをやめることはなく
Next episode, have we mentioned the space elevator?
大いなるゼロサムゲー
Did
ム
you know about these things?
そんな世界に対して
Apparently the AEU elevator is not actually complete.
I know it's not. I've mentioned it 4 times now.
モラリア共和国への武力介入を行った
You've read my notes once where I said that.
運命の男と対峙する
I gotta repeat facts in order to keep them in my brain.
バリアル・サーシェス
That is a weird name combination.
別に無傷で手に入れようだなんて思っちゃいねえ。リニエが効かねえなら切り刻むまでよ。チョイサー。この動き。
Yeah, that's easy to do in a Gundam.
Here comes the Vibro Sword. How many of those do you have? Good question, man. At least another 7.
Oh, it was also mentioned in one of the comments where we made a thing about a bunch of white people deciding the fate of the entire Earth. And it was indicated that Satsuma here is Middle
He's
Eastern.
technically he's actually Middle Eastern origin in some way.
He's a light-skinned Middle Eastern.
He's just drawn anime, is all. Signaling. Oh, okay. I thought he was updating. Weird time for a Windows update.
I was saying, somebody Morse coded me to get out of my invincible cockpit. Paris?
Revealing the secret identity.
Yeah, what
It's
is
just gotta be a kid.
yeah? What'd you
Like
say
the
would
ones that I
happen?
forced to kill their parents before.
面白いな面白いぞそれしたらなんだな
And then a sniper on the sideline takes him out.
素手でやり合う気か
You want a fist fight?
ガンダムのパイロットさんよ
I think there's at least a couple series where that happened. Pilots get out of their mechs and just start punching.
なんだよ
Well, I mean, in Wing, it's where they, decide not to fight anymore. It's at Quattro and Duo. Can't remember. It's Quattro and somebody.
外したんだよ。当てりゃ刹那も巻き添えだ。たく。離れた。
I mean, you can start actually shooting the real one now.
避けやがった。
Yeah, that's why you should have left the explosive lasers at home.
事情は後で聞かせてもらうわ。ミッション続けられるわね。
了解。
Look, I know.
フェーズ5まですっ飛ばして。
Here's the thing: your top is really low riding, and all of your Gundam pilots are teenagers, or at least teens of some sort.
It's called
Probably.
motivation.
It's not motivation. It's very distracting. I'm sure. In the midst of a battle.
なぜあんなことを
Look,
Here's the
coordinator, your breasts are of not inconsiderable size. It's,
They're set up like bowling pins. They're gonna go tumbling.
and you're taking up at least 30% of my screen here. So,
We haven't seen the energy shield yet, have we?
what do you mean?
On that particular Gundam.
Which one?
The one that was just on screen. I think that's actually Alleluia, isn't it?
Well, you just said you were writing down the colors.
I didn't see which color it was. It was covered in a green sphere. I guess that's lock-on then.
We only went over it twice, Griff.
But yeah, we haven't seen that ability before, right?
I don't know.
Because if so, I don't think there's a lot of Gundam series that just straight up have energy shields at all. This is interesting.
PMC トラスト側が撤退の意向を伝えてきていますがバカなどこに逃げ場があるというのだまさかこれほどとはね圧倒的だなガンダムこれ以上兵を犠牲にするな降伏しろプランの中でも最悪の結果になりそうだな
Nuke.
こちらの準備は
It's a couple dukes, in France. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, it's either that or capitulate to the worldwide terrorists.
Honestly, at this point, I would call celestial beings the space aliens. It's an invasion from space.
Yeah, sure, Dr. Manhattan them.
Oh gosh. You can't just give people cancer like that.
I'm saying make them something other, so that the rest of the world can unite against them.
Ah, so you're Ozymandiasing them.
No, Dr. Manhattan was the alien in that aspect.
ガンダム前期予定ポイントに到着しましたフェーズ6開始
Also,
There's a lot of phases of this plan.
wouldn't that be the best of backfires, though? And not only does the world not stop fighting, they unite to fight you.
I think in the Watchmen follow-up, that ends up being exactly what happens.
Yeah, because he's
It turns out
basically...
they figured out it was all a lie, and they go back to fighting even harder.
They don't figure it out. It's shown at the end of the movie. The guy who's been writing everything down gives it to a press.
Rorschach.
Yeah.
Nowhere else to go? I'm waiting for the line, where's your god now?
今度また愚かな独断行動を取るようなら君を後ろから撃つ太陽炉を捨てる期間ガンダムの秘密を守るためだ
But how did this guy get something that can fight against a Gundam?
Apparently this is their prototype, so they're working on it.
Who's there? We only know this guy from the Middle
Union.
East.
This is Union Tech. He's just there piloting it for him.
しかしあのガキ何者だ俺のこと知ってるのかしかもあの検査は
Ah, that mood when your villain doesn't even realize you exist.
考えすぎか
スメラギさん、まもなく到着予定時刻です。フェーズ6終了。ラストフェーズ開始。
Operation Skyhook.
Damn, that drop and that scale drop with the trumpets into this like has me getting Code Geass vibes. I'm expecting a Western guitar now.
Not
They
even
just
destroyed.
disintegrated. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh, it is such... Oh, it is destroying my brain. Going from Gundam Wing, we'll just fight them and not kill anyone. We'll just be very careful to, we're just gonna dust them here.
Well, you're misremembering Gundam Wing then.
Oh, Endless Waltz, I mean.
Yeah.
Which we just watched. Go watch it over on, wherever it is.
Unfortunately, this is coming out multiple weeks after that. Way to be in
Go
the time
back and watch
frame.
our back catalog.
Because I specifically remember early Gundam Wing, where Hero fire bombs in the middle of the night a place with a bunch of soldiers are asleep.
Yeah.
That's why
Endless
Noe
Waltz
goes after him so hard. Because of the soldiers she's been training this whole time. And they literally die in a fire in their sleep.
So where's our Noine for this scene?
If anything, this is more like Independence Day. When they just fly over all of the airfields with the planes still in the ground.
What could they possibly continue with? There's nothing left.
White flag? I would think that they were signaling somebody else to come for help. I wouldn't think that was white flag.
I guess they must have some sort of universal system of flares for surrender.
Honestly, even if you weren't going to do a nuke, do it for another EMP. EMP them. Same way that they do in Witch from Mercury. Just knock them out.
私としてはその推測から外れたいんだけどね。なぜです？撤収します。機材の処分をお願いね。かしこまりました。ワン・リューミン、このミッションでどれくらいの犠牲者が出たかわかる？いえ。私の予測だと500人はくだらない。
500 people dead.
You know how many people would have been dead if the Gundams hadn't shown up?
わかってるわよ。
Zero.
Well, probably not. Probably workplace accidents and the like. Probably maybe 10 or so. But I mean, it's like, you know, what's the acceptable amount of workplace accidents? 0. How many are going to happen for real, though?
Hopefully not triple-digit workplace accidents on a single day.
Right. So,
Very terrible time at the acid factory there.
celestial being is the reason that anybody died.
悲しいな。どんな華やかな勝利を得ようと、ソレスタルビーイングは世界から除外される運命にある。
プロフェッサーは彼らが滅びの道を歩んでいるとお考えですか？
まるでそれを求めているかのような行動じゃ。少なくともわしにはそう見える。
They're going to draw in all the world's forces to one area and then explode all the Gundams at once, thus destroying all weapons on the planet.
戦争が終わった。はい。
Didn't even get time to report on it.
I like Is the War Over? Typically a good thing, right? Horror movie music in the background.
I think probably the horror of an entire war lasted probably about 5 minutes. It's probably enough to startle them. Oh, 5 hours between. That's still better speed than the Combine.
It's less time than World War III in the book Eon. And it takes 3 hours for the entire human race to basically kill itself.
現場の状況を伝えてもらいましょう。池田さん、お願いします。
はい、池田です。私は今、モラリアの首都リベールに来ています。見えますか？ここは撃墜されたモラリア軍のモビルスーツがビルに激突し、崩壊した現場です。ここに来るまでに流れ弾を受けて破壊された民家をいくつも目撃しました。
The destruction of the building when he said that was not gunfire destruction, it was way too clean. That's like those laser beam swords that they have.
I think they specifically have like B-roll animation or like background of like destroyed buildings, and that's all they put on screen. Which, to be fair, save some time, it's fine.
おめでとうございます、アレハンドロ・コーナー様。
その賛辞は ガンダムマイスターたちに送られるべきだな。これで世界はどう動くか。
貴様、どこで何をしていた？
どこって、ガンダムとやり合ってたに決まってんだろ
う。ではなぜ貴様の部隊にだけ損害がない？
指揮官が優秀だからだよ。それよりさっき耳寄りな情報ってやつが舞い込んできたぜ。
なんだ、その情報というのは？
ニュースを見てればわかるさ。
Oh, more news.
Wait, I said we were just watching the news.
Let's go back. Oh, and he got punched out just slightly off screen.
太陽炉と同じ S レベルでの秘匿義務がある。なぜ敵に姿を晒した？理由ぐらい言えって。
Are you gonna communicate with your friends or not?
They're not friends. You're not paying attention. These people are all crazy and don't like each other.
彼の愚かな振る舞いを許せば、我々にも危険が及ぶ可能性がある。まだ計画は始まったばかりだ。こんなことでつまずいて。俺は降りない。エクシアからは降りない。
Don't pull a gun on me. I'll pull a gun on you.
銃を下ろせ、セスナ。
It's a standoff.
僕が言うのもなんだけど、僕たちはベーダによって選ばれた存在だ。セツナがガンダムマイスターに選ばれた理由はある。
ならば見せてもらいたいな。
We chose 4 over-emotional teenagers for our Gundams.
With attitude.
俺の存在そのものが理由だ。何？俺は生きている。生きているんだ。
Not steep qualifications for being a Gundam pilot these days.
Way to break the tension. I could not have asked for anything better than rolling robot washed out to sea.
I guess speaking to the thing you spoiled us about that's about to show up, Griff,
yeah.
that the terrorist attacks thing basically plays into my previous fight them in a way that they're ill-prepared to fight against tactic. I think I mentioned, like, put a nuke in the middle of your own city sort of thing, which terrorist attacks basically are. That bus is going to explode. Has to. Boom, called it.
Oh, jeez.
They were the characters.
Those were our perspective characters.
Our perspective characters were side screen. For some reason, the bus was giving.
I was focused on clothes and more clothes.
But yeah, no, as I said, nuke in the middle of your own city, basically the same thing as the terrorists countering them, or the 500 soccer hooligans. It's what can a Gundam not react to
Answer is multiple terrorist attacks. A Gundam would probably be the worst choice to respond to that.
Well, it's mostly you need people on the ground, right? And a Gundam can't be a person on the ground.
100人以上の人間が命を落としたそうだ。なんてことだ。
Yeah, in terms of scale, very small. In terms of scope, pretty big.
Which I guess double back on the fact, why did the IRA fold so quickly?
They had a fighting chance.
That's literally the one scenario that they're perfectly designed to fight in. It makes no sense. The joke.
どこのドイツかわからねえがやってくれるじゃねえか。無差別殺人による脅迫。
そんなことで我々が武力介入をやめると思って。
Maybe it is the IRA. Maybe they didn't really quit.
一般人が犠牲になってるのに、なんとも思わんのか。
思いません。このような事態が起こることも計画の中には予測されている。
Yeah, I guess. What's the counter here, right? Stop your armed interventions, or we'll bomb people, and they'll blame you, and they'll hate you more than they already do?
テロが憎くて悪いか。
その組織はテロという紛争を起こした。
刹那。
ならば、その紛争に武力で介入するのがソレスタルビーイング。
How?
We're gonna find out. Oh, it's back.
行動するのは俺たちガンダムマイスターだ。
I guess if their identities are hidden, then I guess they could like start performing Hero Yui level actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sneak around, but then there's still like 4 guys.
Right, this is not a large organization. They got 4 active soldier pilots. They've got like a handful of crew and maybe a scientist somewhere in the background.
Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction based on what we know so far, and say that the terrorist organization that is bombing people is also part of Celestial Being.
The Gambit play. Very bold choice.
Well, they're, gotta know what position to call her. The one calling the shots got the message about the bombings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know in what context the message was sent. Was it like, oh, look at the news, there's bombings happening? Or was it like, the bombing operation has started? So, it could be possible.
The pilot's into a frenzy now.
Well, it could be possible that the second part of the plot is just not known to the Gundam pilots. It is, in fact, just another operation of Celestial Being.
It would mean that there's an even wider organization than we've seen, of course. And I guess comes the question, how big is that organization, then? Setsuna meets the author of his destiny. Okay.
We've already seen that they have, like, a mansion on Earth that people apparently don't know about. And, like, an island base that apparently people can't find. Or somehow follow the Gundams flying through the air to it, despite the fact that, God, so many things. One, there's an entire orbital network of things in space that can track them. 2, the Gundams emit particles that nothing else on Earth emits. I mean, there's so... Also, I can assume the island needs supplies, so they must be getting supplies somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is very much the case of who else are they working with. We don't really know a whole lot about everything else, like in the sphere around Celestial Being yet. Spaceships don't come out of nowhere either, and definitely not high-tech Gundams.
Yeah, this is the whole, who did Batman pay to have the Batcave renovated, right?
Batman did it all himself. It's like, okay, but where did he get the parts? Like, he manufactured the electronics himself. It's like, but that requires an entire facility, you see, and a clean room. Does he have one of those?
Who's paying the bills? It's
The bats are.
It's the Dark Knight thing, right? Where the one guy in accounting figures out where all the money's going.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So you thought that your boss was a vigilante by night, and your plan was to blackmail him?
Hi, Bruce Wayne, R&D here. Several of our prototypes have gone missing, and I think the US government is going to ask us what happened to that tumbler tank. Oh, also, Batman has been seen rolling around with the tumbler tank. Do you think there's any connection between that and the robbery?
I honestly think I would have gone ahead with the blackmail plan. But then I also would have live streamed myself 24/7. You know, just put like a bunch of cameras all over my house or rooms or whatever. That way, you know, and your plan was to blackmail him? Good luck. Yeah, so that I could then take that threat that Lucius Fox just threw at me and be like, if anything happens to me, the Batman comes after me. This is what happened. My blackmail plan has failed. Blackmail is illegal, but you know what? So is assault of a private citizen, so...
Oh, we could just mask it up with an extra crime. Well, let's see. So, we're definitely getting into some twist plot stuff here, I think.
Not
the
really.
terrorism stuff... Well, the terrorism stuff is definitely going to mix it up when it comes to what the Gundams are doing, because as we've seen for several episodes, the Gundams literally cannot be stopped.
Half of the pilots don't care about the terrorism.
Mm-hmm.
And the terrorists are obviously not targeting the Gundams, because apparently nobody can track them. It's a whole fucking IBO thing again.
I think the answer is whoever's giving them orders is going to say, go do this, and then they go do it. And then they complain along the way.
No, because remember, they just act independently, and then they get punished later, if not by each other, or by themselves, but then by their also controlling agents. Literally,
so we're going to
nobody
get
has
some
control of
on
them.
foot noir then, of them going AWOL and doing this. Okay.
That's not what I said either. I have no idea what they're going to do. I just know what things you say sound wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think in that case, any kind of final notes for this episode? What do you got?
That I hope to God that when you read the text for the next episode, you read the text of the last episode and not the one that we're currently watching.
Again, no promises. Alright. That's it for Stoneface Reactions here. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time, everyone. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?